Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the canyon. Welcome back to this is the first official installment of the 2024 installment of
Crawlympics,
where we begin at Mavericks, a timed course which has not been run in its current configuration. It has a recent addition called the Annex. This entire portion is all new for 24. We've got this little rocky outcrop. We've got the crispy, crunchy donuts in which we took old tire foams and dipped them in Portland cement to find out what would happen. And we don't know what's going to happen. We're going to find out. There is the teeter, still unrepaired, but it will be repaired. There are some things that will happen to the course as the proceedings go on. We are going to run groups of 4 for at least this portion of it. We will see how that goes when we get to the later stages. We are looking, as of right now, 6 stages. So we are going to determine eliminations based on those stages. As I mentioned, groups of 4, because as of current, there are, I had said 42 when I made the Crawlympics announcement. And the real possibility is that there will be 44. So that would be 11 groups of 4. And that would mean it would basically take 2 months just to get through Mavericks. So, so the format as it continues, we don't know. But the format for today is 4 guys, Mavericks, 5 minutes. And these are your guys. Those intimately familiar with the rigs and proceedings of the canyon may recognize why these are the first 4. If you don't recognize the third guy, second from the right, that is indeed Baseline. Baseline is sporting his racing livery. We can't bring ourselves, as the people of the canyon, as the kings of the lizard kingdom, to run that body every day. But that is going to be Baseline's non-testing body. So if he's not testing, say, a tire, that is the lid that he will sport. So we begin in spreadsheet format, alphabetically, from left to right: Argentum, Banana, Baseline, Blackjack. So we're going pure alphabetical. Argentum is, of course, a Zoku Phoenix, fitted with a Hobbywing Fusion Pro. He's got the most expensive servo in the entire canyon. He's running on tusks on squid inserts. He has what we in the industry call tools. Banana was built from a gatekeeper, and most of the gatekeeper is not there anymore. He is on Element C channels, stock Element axles. He's running a Legacy Fusion 1200? It might be an 1800. It's the 63.5 millimeter Fusion, what predates the SE Fusion. He's running one of those. He is on RC 4-wheel drive Malstar Patagonias, which are X2S3 compound. And his servo is something that I cannot recall. I believe it is some model of AGFRC. The next gentleman over you will clearly recognize, because he is on the channel perhaps more than any other vehicle. Baseline, birthed as an Enduro SE, still running an Enduro SE body. He's just running the best looking Enduro RC, the Enduro Sendero body in the world. He's fitted with a Fusion SE 1200. He runs a 60 kilogram Flash Hobby Direct Power Servo because he tricked us into changing it. He was tired of the 50 and he connived us into upgrading him to a 60 for no absolute reason. Cut canyon trails on heavy hot storm beadlocks and Crawler Canyon custom medium inserts. He has no fancy bits. Compare that to Argentum, who is basically all fancy bits. Argentum is, of course, on Trex's Big Bores. We've got Element factory teams under Banana, and we've got cheap AliExpress Chavtex, fake Dravtex under Baseline. And we round out the first group with Blackjack. Blackjack is a Phoenix slider, but he is rocking F10 portals, but in the center he is sporting an Amazon dig box with a forward motor mount, and in that Amazon dig gearbox with forward motor mount, he is fitted with a Hobbywing Fusion. So we have a group of 4 Fusions and no 2 alike. We've got all different flavors of Fusion. He is sporting KLR Trail Spec Yellows in Halo Air Down Carcass, and he is fitted with Halo Air Down inserts. Super softs in the front, softs in the rear. His steering servo is the mind-bendingly fast AGFRC SA75 CVSW V2. Somebody's radio is on. It was Blackjack's. We are running 3S, 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 and 3S. All 4 are fitted with either a combination of Awanfi and CNHL Black. 3S, 1,500 packs. They are all freshly charged. They are all just about the same. And those are the guys. You know the rules for Mavericks. You get 5 minutes, but none of that 5 minutes matters. The only thing that matters is the fastest lap. This is a hot lap competition. They are going to hit the course in the exact order, left to right, that you see before you. Argentum, banana, baseline, blackjack. We have no idea what an average lap time is going to be. We have no idea what an average lap score is going to be because we don't know what the scoring is yet. The only thing that we know for certain is that the first place finisher in each group is safe. Even if his time falls below the bubble, like if you're down in what we would call the relegation group, no one should be eliminated from Crawlympics from Mavericks. We're using Mavericks as a placement tool. We'll find out how things shake out from there. So, Argentum is first up. He will get powered up. He will get ready to go. He will hit the course. We hope for no mechanicals. We hope for no catastrophes because we are very early on. And as my mind reels through speculation of how long this could potentially take, unless I can recruit a cameraman, we might not finish. It is the second week of June. We might not finish Crawlympics until October. So this might turn into a baseball season sort of affair. So buckle up, come aboard with me. It's the first 4 gentlemen. Group 1. Crawlympics 2024 at Mavericks.
It is week 1, so you'll have to forgive us. Argentum either has the pleasure or the misfortune of being out on the course first, just due to the fact that, as was mentioned, alphabetical order. So Argentum is up first, and there's no qualifying, there's no prequels, there's no nothing. So Argentum is out first. He gets his 5 minutes. Banana, baseline, blackjack, and that'll be that. Hopefully the format gets a little more worked in over time. We got a lot of these to do. So Argentum, the first up is the Phoenix, the Zoku Phoenix. 5 minutes when you are ready, sir. He is the first, not just the first to run, but he is the first to experience the Annex, the most recent addition here. A little dig there helped. The new layout is definitely, I don't know about biased towards dig, but dig definitely doesn't hurt. He also has the advantage of his dig being laid out in a very easily accessible location. He also has a Fusion Pro. We're just kind of slow and steady is going to win the race. Yeah, the RC8 that he is on, the dig is extraordinarily easy to get to the way it is set up. He is making short, quick work of this. Whew, that was a little dicey right there. First little reverse there. You've only got to be good. You've only got to be good one time around. It is the single hot lap. And he feels, well, here's the thing. He doesn't feel particularly fast. What he feels is super easy. So generally that indicates that we're not going as hard as we could be or should be. But he's the first guy out. And that is often not the way, the place to be. Argentum is not worried though. He has tools. Oh, I can never judge the speed. Like I don't know what kind of speed we're making, what kind of time we're putting down. I can just go by the feel. And he feels just so effortless at this. Also, the nut behind the wheel has got to get a better feel of the course, having only run it, you know, several hundred times. But rig placement is important. Driver placement may be as important. Yeah, you're either going to need a lot of steer angle or the mechanical advantage of dig. Still came in a little hot right there. Teeter is very heavy. Comes down with authority. Argentum, Zoku Phoenix, is very capable at this. In terms of an all-rounder, he might be up there with the very best because he can do pretty much all of the things. A lot of advantages here. Just effortless through that. Let's see if we can hit this dig on time. Very nice. I don't know if it's good or bad that we ran out of time to fix the teeter. It might get fixed during, you know, there might be slight course changes, alterations, or modifications. He's got 14 seconds as he crosses the line. There's no real need to keep going. We just wait for the beeps because it's not complete laps. It's fastest lap, and he pulls right into his parking spot. He's a professional at this. He is a professional. And next up, exact same thing again. I'm going to get my steps in today. The banana. The banana has some advantages and disadvantages. His bumper stinger is falling off, and we have not had time to repair it. He does have the steer angle brought about by an element axle, but he also has RC four-wheel drive Milestar Patagonias, which are dry rotting away on the inside. He's got 5 minutes, just like the gentleman before him. And away we go. He's also a bit more full bumpered than Argentum. Ooh, he responds, that turn in's pretty solid. If this sort of event falls into what we usually see out here on Mavericks, it is going to be relatively close. Yeah, there's a lot of steer angle on that axle. Oh, he does not like the crispy crunchy donuts. Do I wish that I could film this at around 12:30 in the afternoon? Yes. We would minimize the starkness of the shadows, but that is simply not realistic. It will be well near 100 degrees. We try to get out here as early as we can, between 6 and 7 a.m., up early to run the course. Nailed that bumper in. Okay, stinger is halfway off. One of the screws is broken. It is swinging. We're just going to and he's dropped it. Awesome. Very good. I didn't want that getting hung up on anything. I think the stinger was holding him back. His winch module also, when I was going through pre-flight on these gentlemen, his winch module, which is an RC four-wheel drive controller, that will be rebuilt before he has to go further into the events. He will just get a speed control to run his winch. It fell apart. Fell apart, and it was putting some tension on the wires. So his winch control is just removed, and he's not dangling too much line. There's our first non-portal hang there. The course might get rutted out a little bit as we go. We hope not too much. Okay. Oh, that's unfortunate. Straight axles. I want to, you want to just say straight axles not the advantage here. But prior to the annex, the course record holder was Jake the Snake. Those course records are kind of frozen in time, as now the annex is a thing. And second place, Misdirection, who's also straight axles. So straight axles aren't necessarily the death knell out here. It is rough, but it's more about putting together the pieces. How smooth is your run going to be? Banana is feeling not as, like, Argentum really felt like he wasn't trying. He's also a bit noisier, sound module notwithstanding. I just mean the sound of the amount of banana hitting the ground. But I think that is all down to DNA, full fenders, full bumpers. Oh, there's the murderer right there. He was going real good. He is not liking the crispy crunchies. They all have to get all the way out to the end to get the teeter down. So he's either much faster or much slower, or neither of the above, because Argentum came across the line with about 14 seconds remaining, and Banana just came across the line with about 14 seconds remaining. That is going to be very close. And he pulls into his spot as the timer goes off. So, like I say, I get lost in the sauce. I can't tell what's going on. He was either faster or slower or nearly the exact same speed. That is going to be real interesting. We don't know what happens until we're after the edit. Baseline out in his racing gear. And Baseline is a man with nothing to prove. This is the guy that just works hard all day, every day. And he's just out here to do the thing. So he's also the gentleman that laid the course out. So he doesn't really care what happens from here on out. Baseline is just here to have a good time. He might be slow, he might be fast. He's got the steer angle. He's got probably the sweetest looking body on day one. Maybe in the, like, I would put it in the top 5 easily sweetest looking bodies in the fleet. Shout out to the members and supporters of the Canyon who supplied this. The gentleman said, Baseline works too hard. He needs something a little special. And here it is. Baseline. I'm going to take the course. The inaugural run for this body, and Mavericks is not a bad place to do it, because if you've rolled at Mavericks, you've done something very, very wrong. So, Baseline, when you are ready, sir. Baseline Stealth XF makes a 1200 absolutely do the thing. He feels the fastest so far. Like, he feels anxious and angry. I think he's also the lightest so far. Baseline, no extra bits and bobs. He has what is required to get the job done. Oh, and the tightness. Honestly, he's turning too sharp compared to what we were experiencing before. He's got to get way out there, drop it down. Oh no! I said when you flip it, you've done something wrong. And the teeter, the lightweight guy, tried to get off the teeter too soon, and it put him end over end. So now, is he going to overcompensate and go too hard? Or will we have gotten... Yes, he is. First 2 laps are kind of throwaways, and oh yeah. This is how it goes. As soon as you lose that line, yeah, that line is lost. Oh, yeah. Oh. That is a shame. Part of me almost thinks, and I would never say that he would do this intentionally, but I almost want to say Baseline would throw this because he works too hard, man. He's not on board to play hard, and he's also aware that this one is basically this is the qualifier round. There will be that small field of eliminations, but not like what's going to happen in later rounds. Round 1 is effectively a timed qualifier. Everybody goes in with the same amount of prep and readiness. Okay, a little slower through here, bud. He turned in so tight, he got jammed up first time through. Oh, he turns so sharp. Teeter tried to get him again. Man, that body looks good. That body looks so good. If we were giving out points on the day for looking so good, Baseline is gathering the looking so good points. And that lap, I can't say for sure. Like I say, it's impossible to keep mental track in the moment. But that last lap felt solid. No real hangs. Slow and steady. I'm still learning footing here for sure. Yeah, he makes the sections where, like, Banana was up into those barricade rocks multiple times. Baseline is not. And I don't know what a lap time takes. He's got about 40 seconds. So he's either very slow, relatively speaking, on the day, or he's very fast. And I think it's probably the former. So when you've only got a few seconds left, you absolutely try to go ham on it, and it tends not to work out. Every little bit of practice is practice. That he had one lap that just ground him up. Just ground him up and spit him out. And that is time. That is a shame. We want to see everybody do their absolute best, and I don't feel like that was Baseline's absolute best. He does not feel like it was either. He was managing quite well, had one really, but again, it comes down to one lap. And we have definitely seen this before, where the guy that looked like he just lost it all actually won it all. So Banana has never run here before. It's his first time today, and I'm 99.9% sure Blackjack has never run here before either. And genuinely, I don't know how this happens. It's as if dig servos, two-speed servos, I mean steering servos on occasion, it's as if they all have minds of their own. Because I went through the pre-flight on everybody to make sure that everybody was looking okay and all right. And Blackjack's dig just stopped working, and he was front-wheel drive only. So he appears to be four-wheel drive now. He is also going to be relatively slow, but sometimes slow and steady will do it. And he's got 5 minutes to see what he can do. Okay, he feels solid as a planet. His CG is surprisingly low for the big body that's up on top. Just gonna kind of use this first lap to feel it out. He is getting badly stuck on the pipes over there, a little slower. Don't have to take it as fast. I figure about 5 laps. Oh, with ease. He feels very nearly as solid as Argentum did. But there are these clearances, and add to that the fact that I'm sort of afraid to engage dig, but if we really want to get his times down, we gonna have to start digging. Oh, he is heavy, boy. He's a heavy boy. Okay, that was pretty good through there. All right. He is definitely looking and feeling like a slow and steady wins the race speed, a pace that he's putting down. He's so stable, it's alarming. And his ability up the silver ramp and across the skewers. Okay, stay off that pipe. Those trail specs do not like polyethylene, apparently. Oh, I thought he was gonna clean it. Oh, he's so good through right there. No, dig is working. His dig engagement doesn't feel as fluid as Argentum's. Argentum's got a real setup. Backing up a little. I mean, overall, though, he feels great. There are these little tiny moments where I never know what the camera is capturing in terms of what I'm feeling, but he'll start to get loosey-goosey, or it feels like he's going to do a little tip action, and he's so easy to catch. It's almost a when in doubt, do nothing. Blackjack will just take care of itself. Starts to get he's outrunning me because he'll come through sections so smoothly. If everyone was on the same controller, there's going to be a day. One of the rounds, it's going to just be 4 RC4s. We had a round today with an RC4 and an RC6, which is close enough. But there was also an RC8, and now I'm holding a vintage Airtronics MT4. Everybody feels different. I don't know how we got stuck right there. This corner's getting washed out already, which also brings up questions for us in the future, in future rounds. Do we repair that? Do we wet it down? Is this an unfair advantage to future competitors? The scoring for the times is TBD. We don't know that yet. So just because you're the fastest or slowest on the day, we are thinking that fastest on the day is going to mean something. Like that's guaranteed next. Well, there's no eliminations in this round, but in the future rounds, regardless of what the total scoring is on the day or where your placement is on just the raw scores, the teeter has, he might make it. He might make it. And time. He might have been 1 second. Like that counts. We're going to count that lap because we neglected to put a start finish line on the ground. So again, we're just going to guess it in the edit. And he was real close. My wrist had just started to buzz as he crossed the line. I would never say that it's impossible, but I would say that it's very difficult to determine who did best. You will know there are several versions of me. I am a multiversal being. I am Troy. I am Tony. I am the Lizard King. I am all of these things. And I don't know who was first and who was worst. I can't even estimate. The first two gentlemen were so close in terms of pulling into their parking spots after the timer had elapsed. I have no idea because it's just that one fast lap. Baseline looked like he was driving the struggle bus a little bit for parts of that, but it's just that one quick lap. So I really have no idea. Blackjack seemed slow, but was super stable and put together, and you just got to get one quick one. Did he get the one quick one? It's probably on screen right about now. I have no idea. I have no genuine idea. What I do know is that this will get quicker, this will get easier. This layout will get more streamlined as we go. He says, hopefully, because this is the whole summer. This is and it's 90 minutes to film one of these, and
well, okay, the actual recording time is not that, but I have to get 3 rigs, I have to get 4 rigs, 4 radios, 3 cameras, 3 tripods, 3 setups, move everything, bounce from one section. We got the garden cart loaded down with stuff. The setup and the teardown is 30 minutes each. The filming is close to an hour. The editing will be, if I can keep the edit on this video under 90 minutes, I'll be ecstatic. Hopefully it's gonna get smoother, it's gonna get easier, or I can get one of my kids to become a cameraman and just do fallow camera, and then I'll wear the mic, they'll do fallow cam, and it will be golden. But I can't hope for too much. So instead, we will progress as we do. What a good looking selection of boys. Group 1, the Fusion crew. I feel like overall, things went overall pretty smoothly. I think the course is very nearly actually ready for prime time. I had to remove, you can just see it just out of the shadow. See that right there? That's actually a pile of the little flower things, but it looks like the tree above is sort of out of flower things, seedlets, blossoms, whatever they are. It looks like it's running out. The smell is almost gone. So I think they've all dried up from the summer heat. It is already getting hot. So these are going to be early starts, and we're going to get our 4 rigs out of the way, and then we're going to go back about the rest of our business. This is Wheelin' Wednesday, potentially through October, and you'll get to see them all. The layout will be finalized and authorized and realized in the coming weeks. Thanks for joining us for this initiation of it. What a great group. Nobody got hurt. Everybody's doing good. We all had a good time. And we hope that you tune in for the remainder. If you've got a favorite, let us know in the comments below. Who are you rooting for? And eliminations will begin following round 2. That we know for sure. So come back and see that. Thanks for joining us for this one. I hope you had a good time. I hope to see you next time, and I hope that in between now and then, you one and all do your very best to have a good one, everybody. And now we pack up, we clean all the rigs, we get all the batteries out, we make sure all the radios are charged. You know what it is, ladies and gentlemen? It's a thing. We are accepting applications for interns, and by applications, I mean if you show up, boom, you're an intern. We'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for dropping by the canyon, the Lizard Kingdom. We'll see you in the next one.